What is up, everybody? We are back for another live session, and hoping that Cast and Shoot Outdoors will come on. And he posted a comment that I'm going to respond to, and then if he jumps on, then we'll talk about it live. So, August, if you're out there and you hear this, or if anyone else comes across this, go ahead and click the link. I got the link right down there. You can see it, Ecamm Live. Put that into the your browser, and I'll bring you on the show and we'll talk about it. So, but this is the comment that I want to get back to. I already copied it, and here it is. So, Cast and Shoot Outdoors. Here he goes. Hunters are more connected to the animals than anyone. As a hunter, we deeply respect and love the lives of the game we hunt and other animals in nature. As you learn about them through hunting, you start to respect them more and more. You learn how they live, eat, drink, and more, and you feel a deep connection with them. So I think that's it's interesting. So coming from obviously hunters, and I think hunters would agree somewhat obviously to this statement, thinking that they are connected, right? And I believe that they really believe that they're connected to the animals, right? If you spend a lot of time out in wilderness in the outdoors, you start to become connected with the animals. We spend a lot of time outdoors, and we look at birds. We look at a lot of the wildlife out in our area alone, especially the deer. The deer come in herds, and they stay in little packs, and then you see them run off, and you see them, in the morning, at night, throughout the day. You constantly are around them, and you watch what they do. And I think hunting would be obviously more of the same. You're certainly out there in the wilderness, and you spend time with them. So I certainly think that they're connected, but I think the difference is that, they love the lives of the game we hunt. And I think this is what helps separate in a person's mind or in a hunter's mind, is that they're not actually an animal, it's game, right? I think we change the terms of these animals and consider them game. Like literally game is like a game. Like they're not actually an animal, it's a game. And so that's where I think the distinction is and needs to change if we're going to respect the lives of these animals and not shoot them and kill them. So I definitely believe that, people and hunters are connected with the animals. It's just that you can be connected with the animals and not actually kill and shoot them. I think that's what the difference is. So, learning about them through hunting, you start to respect them more. And I think the ultimate respect is giving them respect and respecting their lives and respecting that, it's their body and they certainly don't want to be shot and killed. So if you respect them more and more, the ultimate respect is, let them live. So I'm going to say, I jokingly say, shoot them with a camera, get out the biggest lens, spend money in the lens, go out there and, hunt. You can get camouflage, you can be up in a tree, you can lay on the ground, whatever. And you can stick out a lens, camouflage the lens, and, take pictures of them. You could take multiple angles. You could take videos. You could take, anything but their lives. Like, you don't need to shoot them. So I think that's where, the respect and love the lives. How do you love and respect an animal, a living being, so much, or I'm going to say so much that you actually kill them? So I think this is something we confuse ourselves. And I think August is confusing himself by saying that he loves and respects this animal so much that you can kill them and end their life. So I don't think that that's fair to say or, believe in. If I love and respect something or someone so much that I kill them, that I take away the very thing that they're experiencing, like the only experience that they have of this world, taking that away because I love and respect them so much. That to me is backwards, and it's conflicting, right? Like it doesn't make sense. And I think that's where the dissonance is in our minds when we come across this, because I'm actually killing an animal, right? But you have to justify it and saying that you love and respect them so much. It's just you can't have love and respect and killing in the same in the same context, or in the same, we're talking about the same thing. It's impossible. It's an oxymoron. It doesn't go together. So you can't deeply respect. I think that's just something that I think we default to, or hunters default to, and try to, they use that with the justification of actually killing the animal. So, I think that this one's really hard for me to get around. Just by the way it's written, you can't have it. Deeply respect and love the lives of the game we hunt. You can say it's a hunt, you can call them a game, but what it's actually happening is we're killing the animal. So, you can't deeply respect and love and kill an animal. I mean, that doesn't sound right to me. Logically, it doesn't make sense. I love and respect my wife, and, you don't talk about killing. You can't have that together. So, and then the interesting thing is, if you notice, and I kind of, the more that you hear it or pay attention to it, we use it quite a lot, or different words for what we're actually eating. And I think it's to make it more appealing, or more like make more sense of it. Although I still don't get chicken. I mean, there's just so many chickens killed that I think that like we've just begun to use, like, it doesn't even matter. Like it's like we're supposed to be eating chicken. Like it's normal. It's a chicken sandwich, right? But the one that I go on here is game. Like we're actually calling these animals game. Like, and if you look up the definition of game, like, and where the history of what it came from, it's certainly not, you don't label a being, you don't label a being game, and I think that helps lessen the effect, lessen the feeling of actually what's happening and killing and eating these animals. So I think the stream quality lowered. Guess not on good quality internet here. We're slowing down. But this is Cast and Shoot Outdoors response, and I wanted to talk about it and give a little perspective on my answer. I actually didn't answer this, other than I'll say that we could talk more about it, but I think this was a good one to kind of answer in a video format, because you could see where I'm coming from on it. But I hear it a lot, deeply connected and love and respect the animals so much that justifies killing them. And that's just, it doesn't work like that. You can't actually have that if you really think about it. Or come talk to me and explain to me how that makes sense to you, is how you can love and respect an animal so much that it justifies killing them. Like you're taking it away. You're taking the one thing that they have away from them. So, and if you love something, you don't do that. And if you respect, you don't do that. So if you also look up the definition of compassion, how can you compassionately or humanely, actually, how can you humanely kill an animal? And I think people, they say if the animal doesn't even know it's coming, right, doesn't feel anything, just ends its life. I think I can get around, like, that's the best way to go. Like that's the best way to die, but not like I don't want someone else making that decision for me. Especially if they didn't have to, or if I wasn't suffering or in pain. I wouldn't want that someone else to make that decision for me. That I just get to decide to, my life just ends without me knowing about it. And so I don't think that's, that might be the best way to go, but 99% of everything that we eat, fast food restaurants, these animals don't go like that. Like they go into a slaughterhouse in like a mass production facility. So I think who I'm talking to or who needs to hear about this, if you eat nothing but hunted animals and game, as you say it, and everything is killed by yourself and you bring it back, I just don't think that's 99.99% of people who are watching this video. Or who, that just, you're not doing that. And if you can be real with yourself, you're not doing that. So I think that we got to be more conscious of, we can believe in something, but if I'm going to go support it, if I'm going to go continue to eat, animals that are in manufacturing facilities and are brought to slaughterhouses, that's where the difference is. And you don't have to be doing that. And I think once you go down that path, it's super easy to just be like, I'm just not going to contribute to any of it. So, you don't need to at all. And I think that's where you got to believe that that's true. You could be super strong, super healthy without eating any animals. So it's doable. So now I just want you to get behind of like, we don't want to be hurting and making animals suffer, right? They're like us. They have emotions, they have feelings, they have an experience. And so we should not be treating them as property, like just to do what we want to them. So especially going out and killing them, hunting them, that to me doesn't make a whole lot of sense. We don't have to, it's not necessary. And I can't get behind this fact that you love and respect them so much that causes you to hunt and kill them. So that's my response there to August. Cast and shoot outdoors. You learning how they live, eat, drink, and more, and you feel a deep connection with them. But let's have that. You can still have that deep connection. You can still have that love and respect, and it doesn't go together with killing. But you can still have that and shoot them with a camera, right? We can take pictures of them. You can sell those pictures. People will buy those pictures. You get super good pictures of them, and you can sell them, put them on the internet, frame them up, sell a digital copy, get it posted, send it to magazines. People will pay you for these pictures. That's what I say we should be doing. Hunters should drop their rifles and pick up a camera. Shoot these animals with a super high powered lens. You can get super close, you get far away, get a telephoto lens, get great video, get slow motion. Whatever. You can do all of that. That's respectful. And you can still watch them and you can be, I'm fascinated by them. They're amazing. Like all creatures are amazing. You should watch them. And the more you watch them, you do have connection. So I believe that, but you don't need to have, and that doesn't show or prove that you have such a deep connection that you're willing to take their life, and whether you utilize all of the animal and hang the head on your wall as a trophy, in a sense, as a trophy. You hang things on the walls that you're proud of, or that's what I think that is. Been in homes where you have animal heads hanging, and I'm not really asked them specifically, but I will, what do you think about when it's on your wall? I think they're good things. I think it's the experience, you remember the time, but that animal that's on the wall had to suffer, had to be killed. and go through pain and suffering. And, to want to bring that back and, remember that, we're not remember it from their perspective at all. We're remembering it, how we saw it, how it made me feel. The adrenaline rush is another comment that I responded to, and where does that adrenaline come from? Why do we get so excited that we're about to kill an animal? That's crazy. But it's a human body. I mean, you've done something you've never done before, or, like you're just, you get in, like breathing, start heavily breathing. You get excited. I mean, you're about to kill an animal. That's definitely, I don't know. I never did it, but like, I think it's just, that's confusing to me. But I also think that most people that get out there and do that are being talked to or taught by people who have done that, and people who believe that they're doing a good thing, or that it's normal, or that it's okay. Like it's actually a good thing. You should see anyone who kills a deer will hold a picture up of them. They'll hold the picture up. They'll take a picture. They'll hold it up. And what do people say? People say, congratulations, like great job, amazing, beautiful. Like congratulations. Like it's such a good thing, and is celebrated. And we celebrate, I see young kids out there. They got their first buck. They got their first kill. We're teaching this. We are teaching people and our children to do this. And I think people confuse that with predators. Like we're not predators. We're not, we're not carnivores. We don't, where's the comment that talked about, teaching lions? Why shouldn't we go out there and teach lions, or tell lions to eat flowers and grass and plants? Like that's not realistic. Number one, they're carnivores. They don't have they need to eat meat to survive. Like they absolutely need to. There's a reason why they have claws. There's a reason why they can tear into animals' flesh and eat them. Like there's a reason that they can do that, no problem. But like I'm going to ask you to do that. Like that doesn't make sense. You're not going to go out there and do that because number one, you can't. Like you're not born with the proper tools to be able to do those things naturally. So you'd take a weapon and a crossbow or something, but that is not normal. You don't have to be doing that. Ooh, we got a comment here. Yo, what's good, brother? Vegan Runs. What's up, my man? How are you? Doing well? Doing well, man. Keep running. Keep running. I got to get out there and run. Running's a good thing. And speaking of running, like you look at, some of the look at the deer. Stick on the deer. Look how like their endurance, man. They can run. They can run away from their prey, who are just short and quick to it. So yeah, man, plant-based is the way to go. That's what I say. What's good, man? Vegan Runs. Yes, sir, man. Keep it up. Keep it up. How long you been vegan? I don't think long, actually. I think I checked out your profile. I don't think you've been running or being vegan for very long. So that's fantastic. So, you at any point, you can make the change at any time. You can absolutely at any time. Yeah, respect. You got to love deer, Deer are amazing. All animals are amazing out there, but especially deer. So, it's unfortunate that they get the they're in areas and that, they consider overpopulated, and they sell hunting tags, and you can go out and kill them. You can go out and shoot them. Bring the food back to your family, but yeah, they certainly got a tough one. 5 miles average every day. Look at this. Vegan runs 5 miles. Well done, my man. 5 miles. That is not a short walk in the park. In fact, one of my coworkers, he's been running. He started working out, and he's up to I think 0.6 miles. 0.6 miles. So, imagine five on average every day. So you just got to get out there and run, inside, outside, preferably outside. You got to get working out. That's fantastic. 5 miles every day. He's got enough energy, right? Eats nothing but plants. So 2020. Oh man, yeah, 5 years, 6 years. Good for you. That's awesome. Yep, 2020. That's good, man. Look, it's doable. People are doing it, and it's the first step is like understanding that it can be done. And then it's like, oh man, it's hard to find, if you start thinking about your justifications, you start thinking about like, why are you really eating animals? Like, what is the reason? And if you could choose, which you can, you don't have to be contributing to that, right? Your money doesn't have to go towards these foods. And I'll tell you, it's super fun. Like you start looking and for different ways to incorporate plant-based meals into, the meals you already love to eat. It's no different. That is realistically the thing to do. That's all you have to do. And it is fun. You start looking for different restaurants. You start looking for different foods. You really get into recipe books. You got to learn how to make these things, taste good. And that's why I'm thankful to have Ava. That's what she does, and she's done for the kids, right? Like, so there's been meals that she's made that they didn't like at first. So, that's part of it, right? It's a journey through that. And then we're still learning it, right? And I think my son's starting to pick up making foods. So, that's part of it. Let me see here. No, that's true too. I don't have a car. So you got to cycle every time. I would cycle to work for about 9 miles. Normally runs will be trail, and I'll go to the gym as well. Dang, man, that's pretty good. That's impressive. That's impressive. What about you, bro? So yeah, no running. I'm getting back into working out. So you'll see a couple of videos what I've done. We call it, I think it's just over a mile. I have to go back and see, but just up the hill and back, and it's probably a steep hill, 100 yards straight uphill. I'd have to measure. And so, we run that quite often. I like to run with a sandbag. I'd say like carrying things is certainly the way that I would, you run for like realistic. And I think realistically, if we ever had to run somewhere, like you're bringing things with you. So certainly like to carry sandbags or put on additional weight. So if I know that I can make it through that, then, I think that that's what prepares me better. Plus, I enjoy not running super fast and getting like out of breath. I'm more of a, let's figure out how to run all day and take breaks instead of just, sprinting as fast as I can for as far as I can. But I think obviously both are important. So you need to end up doing both. So, but back to how you substituting the regular meals, right? What you're used to eating into plant-based options. I think that that's the biggest key. And I think that a lot of people, you have fun doing it. When you first start learning about it, you have fun. You get into recipe books and you try different things. Like you're out there buying different spices. You're buying lentils. You're buying TVP. What's TVP? Right? These are these nutritional yeast. You find different things. Did you know that we can just mix up cashews and water? You can add a little bit of salt if you want, but cashews and water, blend them up, and you get a cream. And imagine adding different spices or different things to that cream sauce, and you can make it thicker. It can be runny, but you get a nice consistency. That is a very delicious sauce that you can put on a lot of different meals, over rice bowls. You can put it on burritos. You can put it on your tofu scramble. You could put it on your vegetable stir fry. You could put it on nearly everything, and you can change the spices to what you want. So a lot of different ways to do it. All right. All right, man, 25 minutes. So Cast and Shoot Outdoors didn't come on, but it was good to jump on, answer that question, and maybe I'll connect with him later and I'll jump on and we'll see. We'll make another cool video live. All right, till then, we will see you in the next video. And don't forget, quit eating animals. Peace.